what does this have to do with your weight loss journey on a compounded Tirzepatide? Okay, I'll give you a clue. I'm distracted by the Twix being wrote crooked on here. I haven't bought a Twix in a really long time, but that's neither here nor there. I think that this might possibly help you on your weight loss journey. And I know what you're saying. Eating candy is not going to help you. You're right. You are right about that. But I want you guys to think back. Let me put the candy bar down. I want you guys to think back. Maybe 2-3 years ago. You remember the Twix commercials. Well, I hope you remember the Twix commercials. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna tell you about them. They were making these Twix commercials. It was more like a marketing ploy, so to speak. Okay, maybe ploy was inappropriate, but basically they had these commercials talking about left Twix and right Twix. And left Twix was better than right Twix, and right Twix was better than left Twix. And they had all of these commercials, and they even had, at one point, they had across the top where it said left, and then it said right. Because allegedly, the left Twix and the right Twix were different Twix. They weren't the same. Even though they were the same, they were somewhat different. I don't really know if the left Twix is different than the right Twix. I think they're all the same. And it was just a way to get people to get more candy, because you try to specifically find one with the left and one with the right, and then you try to eat and see if they were really different or the same. But I think that might be a way to look at your GLP-1 experience just a little bit differently. Okay, well, if you are new, my name is Tina, and this is the Transformation of Tina. And here I talk about my experience on a GLP-1 medication, as well as my experience turning 40. I don't really think I talked about turning 40 that much lately, but that's okay, because this is what we're here for today. So, totally lost my train of thought, but I'm going to get right into the information. I don't know if you guys have been around. You might be new, because there are a few newbies around. Hello, newbies. I believe that we are currently up to 81 subscribers. My oldies but goodies, hey to you guys as well. You know I love you and care about you. And to the people who watch but don't comment or subscribe, the viewers, I appreciate you guys as well. So, I don't know if you remember, but if you don't, I'll put a card up in the sky so you can. Back in December, doing Vlogmas, Vlogmas Day 18 to be exact, I did a short experiment where, well, I didn't do it then, but I talked about it, about how I was changing my shot locations to various places to see which one gave me the best result. And I was shocked to find that when I compared all of the places, that the thigh actually worked best for me. Now, recently, it's strange that I'd be talking about this right now, because I've been waiting for a couple of weeks. When the idea originally hit me, I had to wait a couple of weeks to finish filling out my information. But it's really funny that maybe yesterday or the day before, I heard people kind of really talking about site location, about which location is best. And I think the consensus was that the stomach was best. I think that really should be up to your own personal experience. I would recommend that you do an experiment yourself and see what works best for your body. So I'll leave that at that. Now, make sure you're only using the approved locations. I'm going to say that again. Make sure you're only using the approved locations. Don't try to be like, oh, I'm going to put it in my butt. No. That sounded inappropriate, but no. Please make sure you're only using the approved locations. And actually, I think I have a little handout nearby, so I'll just show it really quickly. And then I'll get right back into what I really wanted to talk about. But I'm going to quickly show it so there's no confusion about places that you should be trying. Because I I have been hearing from a few new Titans who are new to the medication. So welcome, newbies. If you're just trying it out, good luck to you on your journey. But here, let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. So here, on this little diagram, I don't know if you guys can see it that good, but right over here, it shows you the prescribed locations that you should be putting your medicine. So it's basically on your stomach and in your upper thigh area and behind the arms. Just be careful with the arms that you are putting it in the right location and not putting it into the muscle if your arms are kind of muscular. And as far as the abdomen is concerned, make sure you stay 2 inches away from your belly button. You don't want to get too close to the belly button. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. I just thought that I mentioned that, how people are talking about injection site, which is important, but I would also recommend that you try it yourself to see what works best for you. Because I think people are kind of hung up on like, oh, the stomach's the best place to be, but I don't think that they kind of realize that. Well, that's okay. I'm not going to get into that. That's going to be for another video, because that is not what this is about. What this is about is left versus right. Now, I went back through all of my weights, all of my losses. Well, not all of my losses, because I had some gains too, but I went back over some previous weeks just to see if there really was a difference between taking your injection on your left side versus taking your injection on your right side. So it didn't really matter if it was the thigh, the arm, the stomach. Just I put all of my right dimensions on the right side, and I put all of my left measurements on the left side, and I went through to see like if there was a difference. And I was blown away by the results, people. You guys, I don't know that I said that. I don't know that I said this, but what I would say is, if you are new, especially, make sure you are writing everything down. Make sure you're writing everything down so you're able to go back and see and compare and see what works best for you and what doesn't work best for you. If you don't write it down, then 1, it's easily to forget, but it's 2, if you don't write it down or you don't have it in an app, then it's hard for you to go back to previous weeks to kind of see what worked and what didn't work. Okay, so I am going to find a way I'm going to find a way to put it on the screen so you guys can actually see. So I got to figure that part out during the editing part of this. But I just couldn't wait any longer, because I wanted people to really, especially since it's still kind of new, the year is still kind of young, to really go through and look at the information if they have their own information. But if they don't have their information, this would be a good point to start trying to take notes and see where things can change for you. So basically, this is starting to get longer than I wanted it to get. So I think I'm going to add time steps for the impatient people who can't wait until the end. I got y'all too. But I have this little book where I wrote down everything. And you can't really see it because these are just my scribbles. But I wrote down all of my different results. And I'm just going to tell you the number. But I'm going to find a way to put it on the screen so you can look at it closer if you wanted to really look at it closer. So this is 24 weeks worth of information or data. The only thing is, sometimes I found when I was going through all of my information, sometimes I found that I took shots in the middle as well. So shots that are taken in the middle, mainly for the stomach area, they weren't included. These are simply just left sides and right side information. So I'm not going to read all of the numbers out to you right now. But basically what I found was, when I took the injection on the left side of all of these, it's 24 weeks. Well, it's 24 weeks in total. I had 12 weeks on the left. I have 12 weeks on the right. And what I found was, when I took shots on the left sides, like all of my left side shots, I ended up losing 20.6 pounds. When I took shots on the right side, those weeks, the combined loss was 3.5. So I lost almost 21 pounds with shots on the left side, and then I lost 3.5 pounds. These are cumulative with shots on the right side. So I was totally shocked. Almost like I said with that last video that I mentioned earlier, I'm going to leave that video as an end card so you guys can watch that video too. And make sure, if you have been keeping track of your information, make sure you comment that down below. So I was blown away that on my left side that I would lose negative 20.6. And then on my right side, I would lose negative 3.5. And the only reason that the right side number is a little bit higher is because of my weight loss for this week was a little bit more. But before, it was really low. It was really low. It was only like negative 0.7 out of all the 12 weeks. So it was crazy. So it's like I lost almost 6 times as much weight by injecting on the left side of my body. Now, this could just be me. This could just be me. And I don't really know what the reasoning is. I'm no scientist. I'm not in the medical field. I don't know any of these things. This is just me sharing my experience. So I don't know what the reasoning is at all. I just don't know. I just don't know. And I wish that there was some scientific body out there, like real professionals doing research on these things and more research on these things. I just couldn't believe that I had lost that much more weight by taking shots on the left-hand side. Now, I don't know if I continue to just take shots on one side, if I would, if the weight loss would eventually catch up or if it would slow down, I don't know. Still, typically, to this day, I still alternate back and forth sides, and I still alternate body parts. I think in that video from Vlogmas, I was talking about possibly just doing my left thigh because that was like a sweet spot for me. But no, I didn't do that. I still move all around, and I still move back and forth left to right. So, Titans, if you are possibly struggling, and maybe you've been on the medicine for a while, and you keep records of all of this information, I think it might be something to look at. I don't necessarily think that that you should just do stomach shots because, I don't want to say allegedly, that you should just do stomach shots because the stomach is the best place. I think that you really should listen to your body, look at your data, look at your specific weight loss, and really see what works best for you. Different people feel different things. Some people, the stomach works great for. Some people, the thigh works great for. Some people, the arm works great for. Some people, it doesn't work at all. Some people, it works kind of slow. Some people, it works super fast. So I think that just the wide variety of people in the GLP-1 community kind of shows you that everything doesn't work for everybody. And you really should try to find what works best for you. And you really should write your information down or use an app. I use the Shotzi app. I'm going to spell it. And I believe that it is available on Apple and Android. But if you're like, hey, I'm not buying nothing else, I believe they have a free version, but I paid for the 1-year subscription. But I did download it like months ago. But if you don't want to get an app and you're just like, I'm just going to write it down, pen and paper, you can do that too. Yeah, so that is basically all I wanted to tell you. This Twix may have unlocked a cheat code for us. I'm mad that I spent like $1.69 plus tax for this. I didn't know the candy bars had got that high. And they're like smaller than they used to be. This is just a little bit larger than a fun size as far as I'm concerned. But the Twix, I don't know, it might have personally unlocked some things. So I was just so excited to share this information with you. I wanted to bring it to you. Like, I thought about this maybe like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and because I think I thought about this earlier and kind of like totally forgot, but then I thought about it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I really wanted to bring it to you, but I was like, oh, I need a couple more weeks worth of information. So this was based off of 24 weeks of shots, 12 on each side, and basically the left side for me was produced way more weight loss than the right side. So I'm going to try to find a way to put the numbers up there if you guys really want to see the numbers. But my numbers really aren't that important. It's all about your numbers, because it may be the exact opposite for you. Like the right side might be better for you. So I just think that you guys should really make sure you're writing everything down, tracking everything, going back through and looking at the data every now and then, because it doesn't really do you much good if you put it down and then you don't ever go back to go and see what happened. So that's it. That's all. This video has been way longer than I really wanted it to be, but I hope you guys learned something, and I'm curious about your results as well. So make sure you put that down in the comments. If you like my videos and appreciate my content, show me some love and hit the like button, and I'll see you guys the next time. I actually had some more videos for you, but I'm trying to get that the storage thing under control, because I actually had uploaded a video that I was going to put out today, but then when I looked at the playback, it looked like I filmed it with a with a camcorder from the 90s. It was horrendous. So I got to figure out a way to get my storage issues under control. But as soon as I get them under control, we're going to be back in business. I have this laptop here, so I'm going to try to put some things over there and put it in a jump drive, but right now I am locked out because I don't know my password, but but I'm gonna give it like an hour, they said, and then they'll send me the information to reset my password. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you ever done anything like this, or what your results are, if you're interested in sharing. Sharing is caring. Our community is growing. So I just want to welcome everybody in. I appreciate you guys for watching. So see you later.